The following content is rated M for mature. How did he fake his death? It's an illusion! Damn, what a baller, dude. That's it. That's it. Just wow. Looking cool, Joker. That was dope. That was also a hell of a lot of story, so I'm guessing that'll be one episode. And next time, the real conclusion. I mean, right now, because that was from YouTube. Hi, YouTube. And now, the real conclusion. After the crazy twist of last episode, man, that was nuts. So the public thinks Joker's dead right now. The Phantom Thieves are done for. But we know that's far from the truth. Now let's catch up with the other Phantom Thieves. I'm exhausted. Feels like my consciousness is about to fade away.
Hey, are you alright?
Oh, is this Joker?
Don't fall asleep until we reach our destination.
I'm guessing Say walked in the room and realized we were still alive.
Are you listening?
So now, where could we be? On our way back to Soji? Leblanc, maybe?
Are you listening?
Well, this is a flashback, so... what are we talking about?
You weren't paying attention? Well, I guess I can see how you'd be lost in thought right now. Anyway, we need to talk about how to get out of this situation.
And how do we do that?
Futaba's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it. He did indeed have an ulterior motive.
It's on a completely different level than just that.
Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental shutdowns.
Damn.
His offer to assist us was simply a ploy to frame the Phantom Thieves and kill him.
Him?
If we go into Sis's palace as he suggests, we'll likely be met by a large ambush of police forces.
Who could him be?
To think he would be this far gone. I know now what it means to feel a chill down my spine. Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality into the palace.
What?
If the 8 of us can enter at once, it's not inconceivable to think a larger group is possible.
So everybody was fake?
He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment.
Oh.
So, this really was just a setup to shift the blame onto us.
Interesting.
He made us go after Okumura. Then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him.
And he told us he had seen the true culprit, but it was him the entire time.
Or are they talking about a different situation? When, at the casino, all those cops that were in there were actually real people?
The whole time he was working with Makoto's sister, he was really just some homicidal maniac.
It can't be, because this is before the casino.
Come on, we gotta take that bastard Akechi down. Isn't that recording we got enough proof to do it?
No, Akechi is merely a tool. His orders come from elsewhere. The grand mastermind behind this all.
Mr. Worldwide.
An unimaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder of a suspect inside of a police station.
Only a bald man could pull that off.
Unless we find out who that is, we will continue being targeted even if we defeat Akechi.
But what means do we have of learning his identity?
We'll have to make Akechi say it. Though once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us.
So we still don't know the true mastermind.
I think that will be the case eventually, regardless of whether or not we learn his identity.
How are we gonna deal with Akechi?
The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes.
He knows who we all are, dude. He can just show up at our house at night.
If he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he He may opt to kill us immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn it. So we don't got a choice but to go with that bastard's suggestion.
It'd be pretty weird though if like a bunch of teenagers just turned up dead out of nowhere.
But if we go into the palace like we're told, he'll get arrested and then Akechi will kill him.
Well, that's exactly what happened.
Palace. The palace.
Actually, there's something I'd like to say regarding...
Is this Futaba's brain blast?
Aha! We can use the palace to our advantage!
AKA brain blast.
What's this all of a sudden?
There's a way.
She just got that Jimmy Neutron moment.
A way to get past Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity.
We fake Joker's death.
Really?
You gotta be kidding me.
If he wants to kill the guy, why not let him?
Why didn't he say for real?
That is, inside of a palace.
Yes, we could have him kill the cognitive version, all the while believing he killed the real one.
Hey, there it is, just as I suspected.
Yeah, that's it.
It seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. I have a plan for how we can carry this operation out.
Okay.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent. However, the police intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved.
I wonder if Sojiro knows.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Waiting upstairs. Go tell them to come on down.
Okay, he's gotta know.
I'm gonna fetch him.
Oh, him? You mean
You're her sister, correct?
Joker?
Makoto told me everything.
He's here already?
Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
This is gonna be crazy, dude.
It's ancient history now.
Man, that goddamn detective.
That sneaky bastard, that pancake prankster. I can't believe he's done this.
Look who's here.
Hey!
Hey, you big bastard.
How would you call me that?
How have you been?
That's so weird, dude. Pretty good. I mean, I died, but, you know,
You must be fine if you're joking around like that.
I'm not joking.
It truly is a relief to see your face.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Nope.
Still, how'd you pull this off?
Then again, the whole thing about Death Note is Light is like 2 steps ahead, or at least he thinks he is, but then it turns out L is 3 steps ahead, and then Light is another 5 steps ahead, so maybe Akechi really did see all of this coming.
Isn't this guy considered dead?
But I highly doubt that, considering how cocky he was being.
You weren't told anything?
Yeah, Death Note is amazing, dude. I see a lot of parallels with parts of this story, but not exactly.
I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
That's crazy. So Soji didn't know.
I didn't have time to explain.
I mean, he knew we were a Phantom Thieves, but not that, like, we weren't actually dead.
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss what really happened?
This is like what people say happened with, like, Elvis and, like, so many celebrities, like, that they're not really dead.
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
I don't believe all those theories, though.
What?
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Haha!
Oh, hold on a sec.
That's me.
Enemy? Fake? What are you talking about?
Seriously.
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going up against someone else.
It was Goro Akechi.
Damn, just straight up, okay.
You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you?
The Detective Prince. He was too sus.
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
And what was that?
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
What?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up.
Yeah, where'd be the fun in that? We wouldn't have a game.
We couldn't have you suspect Akechi.
Come on, Say.
Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
True.
Maybe.
Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit. In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move.
Elle would have believed it if he was in this game.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff. So what was this mistake Akechi made? What did he do?
Sojiro is here for the people that still don't get it. After all that, like, and you still don't get it? Come on.
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
I mean, I'm partly like that, but not, like, I got some of it.
You mean a cat?
Mona?
Yes, Morgana can talk.
What?
Sorry, was that supposed to be a joke?
Yeah.
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true.
Let's go take Soji into the metaverse. Why not?
You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
Oh my god.
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
But not for Akechi.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality. It's a change in cognition, most likely.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
He tried, dude. He tried. I really want to go back and see.
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk.
I want to see what my reaction was to this, like in the original clip.
But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
If anybody wants to like dig that up from the YouTube VODs and hit me up, that'd be awesome.
Oh, I know a place. I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here.
Cause I have no idea what episode it was.
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
It was obvious!
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake.
The pancakes sold him out! So this is why you guys were talking about pancakes the whole time. I just thought it was a nice, funny meme. But like, it really was the freaking pancakes. That's why we call them pancakes. The pancakes were his weakness. They were his downfall all along. Oh my god, the pancakes. They betrayed him.
That meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
That's crazy.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
So they all knew.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one after all.
Man, the game did a good job then of like not giving it away. I mean, at least for me. I kind of was suspicious of him, but I mean, I didn't think about the pancakes like that.
That said, we weren't so naive to overlook something like that.
Like the game did a good job just kind of, I don't know what the word is, like the whole Phantom Thieves, the fall of the Phantom Thieves arc, and Akechi joining, all of that. Like, I feel most people wouldn't suspect it. Like, did you guys know from your first playthrough? Unless you saw spoilers, obviously, then duh, but like, people that played it and didn't know, were you able to piece it together?
That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone.
I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planting my app.
We got a couple no's, a yes. I mean, it's mixed, but...
My heart was pounding while I was doing it, though.
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly.
The excitement in Futaba's voice, dude, I love it.
Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help.
That was just an act!
Yeah, sure.
After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act.
This was it.
That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see.
So he knew about the metaverse all along.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that?
For me, I guess since they introduced the black mask, like the guy, I felt that Akechi had to be the only one, because there's literally, I knew it wasn't any of this main cast that would betray us. It just doesn't make sense. So I knew it had to be another character that's already been introduced though, because that's just how anime works. But
public security questioning will occur on the first day, and with that room, my task will be simple.
I didn't expect any of the stuff with like Joker getting shot, and then it was actually a double turntable.
Is this for real?
For real?
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So they planned to get rid of that guard from the beginning.
He said it, dude. I knew because I'd paid attention the first time I played it. Okay, so we got mixed for sure. I mean, I don't want to say that I knew it was Akechi for sure, but I was suspicious of him. I didn't know that that was where the pancake meme came from, though.
Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest.
It all suddenly clicked, man. This is crazy.
And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life. When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
Yeah.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was this far gone.
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes.
Okay, we get it.
On top of that, there's someone else commanding Akechi.
Do we know who it is, though?
Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before they did.
It's Bezos. It has to be a billionaire.
I see.
Only people more powerful than the police and the government is them billionaires, man.
We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
We're sorry for using...
Oh.
What conditions?
Whoops.
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
Do we need all this? Like, I think at this point, I don't know. I'm kind of over it.
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Like, now that we got it, now that we know what's up, like, come on, what's next?
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing.
I guess we're explaining it for Sai, but I don't know, man.
You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
They're really breaking it down, like exactly how Akechi wasn't even able to tell that he was in the metaverse.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion. To be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it.
That's me right now. Great idea!
Yeah, it's good we have her heading up our operations.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi, but I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
Really?
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all.
Didn't Makoto join during, like, the... Not Kamoshida. Kaneshiro? Kaneshiro, right? That was his name?
I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
That goes for the both of us.
But I guess that was her motive all along.
We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
I'm sorry.
Duh.
Go on.
Go off, queen.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse.
Bruh, these drawings.
First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room.
Huh?
Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Really?
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
How did they get in the interrogation room? That's still the thing that I'm not getting.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work.
Like, that place looked like Fort Knox, like the Pentagon. Like, no regular person would ever be able to walk in there. Unless, I guess, they went through the metaverse, and then it ended up coming out inside already.
A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Which I guess is what they're implying.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
The Meatverse. Yeah, dude, the Meatverse. I love it.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work.
Ah.
They looked no different from actual living people.
But how would you make Joker?
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
Okay. Meatverse greater than Metaverse.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow.
Yeah, this is like some Ocean's 11, like...
However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush.
What's that other spy movie?
As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse.
I guess there's a lot, but I don't know which one I'm thinking of.
Except that was all an act.
What?
We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand and merely acted like we were taking the treasure.
Oh my god!
This was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
It wasn't a real treasure?
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us.
Oh yeah, definitely Spy Kids, dude.
And just as expected, he totally took the bait.
Look, that's the rival girl. With the two ponytails that spin like helicopters. It's on, dude.
Getting captured by the police went exactly how we planned it.
Makoto's the main girl.
And I had been interrogating him with no knowledge of this.
Haru's the brother.
But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
All I needed were the coordinates.
So sneaky. That drawing, oh my god. Okay. Yeah.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious.
I like how that thing specifically, they're like, this is too much explanation at this point. Let's just skip that part.
It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of dialogue, Seba, but I guess me also talking about each little thing makes it drag out even more.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone.
Like, I bet people playing this normally on their couch or like at home or whatever, I don't think they would skip past it all. Like, they would still listen to the dialogue, but...
So in other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment.
It definitely goes by way quicker.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you.
Which is why I recommend all of you play this game if you haven't.
We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape.
It's one thing watching it. It's fun, for sure, watching people's reactions, but...
By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
It's very fun playing it for yourself, too.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Huh. Astounding. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation. Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like just skipping through it, though.
true.
Because, like, at this point, we know what happened. Like, we get it. No, Soji, no! No more questions, man. Come on.
Futaga's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble. We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
All right.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
I'll take a nap. Oh, or not. Drugs.
Understandable. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, realize that our leader was telling the truth.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Yeah.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
Yeah.
Plus,
Okay.
This is stunning.
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a fake.
Bruh.
But what did you do about the body?
Bruh.
The police never even checked it.
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide.
Interesting.
That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
Okay.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Understandable. Have a nice day.
murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, the callous use of violence and even drugs is utterly abnormal.
Yo, the man himself is here. What's up, Steven? And Spop DG, what up, man?
If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died.
Thanks for the sub, someone. I was away. Yeah, it was Dynasty, dude. Congrats, Crisis. You got it, bro.
I'm truly glad you made it back safe.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad that maybe we're finally done with
I
this.
almost became one of your assailants as well.
Maybe?
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
The music changes.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion.
That smooth jazz.
Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against...
Sorry, I was just playing imaginary saxophone for a little bit there.
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Can it, Cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash.
But what about Bernie? No one's checked on Bernie.
Very well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you. You saved me, after all.
That's reassuring to hear.
But you saved us, too.
I'll do whatever I can to help, too. Just let me know.
Poor Bernie, man. No one's even checking up on him.
Let's take a break for now, though. This old brain is pooped.
Damn, think about Bernie's brain, man. Sad.
Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together to talk.
Oh, damn, we can just... Okay.
You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Soji? Are you sure about that?
Are you sure?
Like, what? Just no more customers? F them?
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs.
True.
It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Bruh, does he even need to run this restaurant? Like, where's he making his money from? Soji's got some side business.
Let us accept his offer. What a great man.
I'm pretty sure Soji's a pimp with the way he was dressing. The coffee shop is just like a money laundering. That's my headcanon now. Hey, we finally made it. Oh my god, that... Oh! Zom Diaburo.
That sounds familiar.
Didn't even want to say my name, did ya?
It's me, Akachi.
Oh.
Enter.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
Dude, how baller is that? Next time someone knocks on my room, I'm gonna just lean back and say, enter.
No, nothing in particular.
Like, usually you say, come in, or, what's up? This man just said, enter.
More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
You may enter my abode.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
Damn.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence.
F's in the chat for Bernie, dude.
His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
They kind of tried to bamboozle you too by making you think the director was bad, but like this was really the bad guy.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
Once again proving you just can't trust a baldy.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
Bruh. All for the elections? Like, did you really have to do all that?
And on to our next story. The snap election for the House of Representatives.
Most people just bribe big companies, but no, this man had to go all out.
Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
Oh, how little he knows.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
I just had deja vu, dude. This is crazy. Like, whoa. This whole scene, how they're lined up right now, even though it's been like this for a while, I don't know. It just clicked for me.
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard backing him.
That's weird, man. I don't think I've ever really had deja vu with a video game, but that just hit.
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Unless we've been sitting reading this for so long that...
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder.
I'm losing it.
He said Shido said.
Oh, shoot! What, he did?
Shido? Feels like I heard that somewhere.
You mean on the news, like right now?
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Oh!
Who?
Now we making sure our dad Yoshida is gonna win the election.
Dude, that scared me. The sound. Thank you, Steven. Yeah. Daddy Yoshi, man. What were we calling him? I think he was also Bernie. But like, you know, in terms of looks, it's the director. Yoshida is like the Japanese Bernie.
I believe he's a politician. Remember, Ryuji?
You said his speech was too loud.
Actually, if we change Mr. Worldwide's heart, make him into Pitbull, would Yoshida actually win the election?
For real?
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
I don't actually want to know, but I wonder if, like, in the game they show that.
Do you have some kind of evidence?
This is Pitbull's origin story.
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility.
It begins.
First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity.
That makes sense.
On top of that, he'll most likely become the next prime minister if he wins this upcoming election.
No!
Is the prime minister like the head honcho of Japan, I'm guessing?
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
Damn, he's going for the big spot.
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses.
We'll make him have a
Scumbag.
change of heart, no matter what it takes.
Absolute scum.
Mom.
Shido, huh?
They have prime minister in Canada too, right? I mean, it is basically like president,
What is the matter?
but not for a democracy. Like, what is that government actually? I guess it is a democracy, but a republic?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this, just based on the connections I had from my previous job.
What?
I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido.
Excuse me?
From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved. But there wasn't anything I could do. So I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had.
Oh yeah, I guess Japan still has an emperor also. Which means it's a monarchy?
He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
But the emperor is just like a figurehead, right? Like, they don't actually have, or maybe they do have power over something, but not like the prime minister.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties.
What is Canada then, since they also have prime minister?
Boss was one of those parties.
Is that the UK also? Does UK have a prime minister? Because there's the Queen, right? But the royal family doesn't have power, I don't think.
I would never have imagined all of this was connected. The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Actually, I think, yeah, Canada uses, like, the Queen is on their coins. So is Canada, like, part of UK or somehow related? I actually don't know anything about Canada, dude.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be prime minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
Politics 101.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes prime minister? What about the world?
With Twitch chat as the professor.
The issue is simpler than that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
Canada's a commonwealth. So Canada's like Puerto Rico is to the US. That's crazy. Because Puerto Rico is considered a commonwealth, where it's like kind of its own country, but also kind of part of the US.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard.
Meanwhile, in the game,
Yeah, we'll do it like always.
got some very interesting stuff going on.
Then let's check the nav.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for prime minister.
Oh yeah.
Got a hit! Well, duh. Ain't a surprise he has one.
Where would the location be?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I mean, his office, money, pride, I don't know.
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
Yeah, I was about to say hose.
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
I don't know, man. There's been too many times where politicians have been exposed doing some shady things with shady women.
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
Not shading the women, actually. I mean, they're just, you know, that's their job. But, you know, politicians shouldn't be doing that. Let's see. The Diet Building? Aha!
We got a hit!
I learned that from Yoshida.
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet Building?
It's pretty obvious to me.
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right?
Like I said, man, pride, ego, it's all in a politician. We gotta do it.
Hell yeah!
What about Akechi though? That was another good question. Huh.
Nobody against it?
Of course.
He will be a worthy opponent.
Let's win this together.
Time for revenge.
Everybody gets a shot.
Then it's unanimous.
Yeah.
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that diet building place is.
We're all in this together.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this.
Oh, don't even worry, bro. Just leave us the cafe and we're good.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
We got a full month.
It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
No body.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the diet building after school.
Not nobody, no body.
That reminds me, what are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
So I just got no school anymore, bro? What?
That's what I told the school.
Yo.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be for nothing.
What about the last semester? He's gonna come back to life out of nowhere?
What do you mean?
I mean, I guess once we expose Akechi.
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches.
That's so weird though. Everybody's gonna know, like, who we are? What?
Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time.
I wonder if the confidants will react to the fact that we're supposed to be dead.
He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassination.
Because I mean, at this point, right, they've exposed our name.
A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
Everybody knows it's Joker that was the leader of the Phantom Thieves, right? Like by name, like they showed his photo and everything.
We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide.
But at least the other guys are safe.
Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement.
I guess we're kind of like a superhero now, huh?
He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
Oh, I'm so ready for these confidants, man.
Everyone's gonna flip.
We get all the free time in the world.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
To date all them girls.
We're intellectuals, you know.
Okay, Ryu. Okay.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to be killed. What frightening teenagers.
Of all the characters that could have said they're intellectuals.
But the true battle has only just begun.
Let's go.
We won the first round, but we must stay on our toes.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
These people tried to trap and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
So, time for dates? That's kind of what I'm getting.
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Damn, dude, Akechi's been in the game that long?
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy.
And now?
Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
A bald bastard that could strike out at the bowling alley.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power.
I mean, his head would make a nice bowling ball.
I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers.
It's just like the Digi-Destined or something, huh?
If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
How did Akechi get the ability to go in the metaverse?
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic and erased any trace of that scandal.
Like, how do you get chosen to go to the metaverse?
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown?
For Joker, it was literally like Digimon, like an app just appeared on his phone and then, boom, suddenly we were in there.
And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
Does that mean Ryuji can also see Igor?
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
That seems to be completely random.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research.
But I wonder what makes Joker special then, that he can have multiple personas and all that.
I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Because everybody else in the Phantom Thieves, they got in through Joker.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
Akechi obviously had access since way before.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root.
But as this man's talking about, Futaba's mom also figured it out, so...
After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side.
Maybe that's like what Persona 6 might kind of be about, is the more general public figuring out about the metaverse and stuff.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion.
I mean, that'd be pretty crazy if somehow the metaverse and real world collided.
He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information.
Isn't that basically what the mainline SMT games are about, though?
Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
Oh, that's not all, dude.
Agree.
That's not all that's coming your way.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival.
You're gonna get a nice shine into that head, too.
Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
With sandpaper.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals, which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you.
Damn, that's messed up.
And thus, the charismatic ace detective.
Oh my god, Akechi, dude. It was, oh, he set himself up as the Prince Detective. What?
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion.
So he's like the anti-Phantom Thief. He literally does the opposite, corrupting people's minds instead.
Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own.
That's so crazy, dude. I have no respect for this man anymore.
The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
But wait, there's still 2 more confidants for Akechi. Does that mean we're actually gonna fix things with him? Potentially?
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
I don't know, man. I feel like he needs a change of heart if he's ever gonna redeem himself.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
But as far as I know, there's no Akechi's palace. Maybe.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Maybe there is.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations. But flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing.
Yeah, I know. We'll figure it out eventually, okay?
Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned.
I'm trying to carry on with the game, but it's quite a lot of dialogue today.
Time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister.
Just a little more, and we'll get through this story.
However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
Oh yeah, this has been a all-story stream, basically.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me.
But it actually works out.
And for that, some Sacrifices can't be avoided.
That way next Sunday, since today was going to be a short one anyway.
That is my duty as the chosen one.
Next Sunday, we'll really hit those confidants and the gameplay.
Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly. When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
This guy thinks he's a genie now, or what?
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts.
Dude, this guy's messed up.
I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
Isn't there a story like that in the Avengers? Like, there was a character that would set himself up, like, all of his bad guys, but it was all fake, just so he could, like, make himself a name.
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
Actually, it's not the Avengers. I'm thinking of the Incredibles. That one dude, Syndrome, that, like, looked up to Mr. Incredible.
I am thinking about the future, though.
Oh, Mysterio, too. That's true. Yeah, Mysterio in Spider-Man. Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of.
Well, how do I put this?
What? That's not what it says. Looks like things have finally settled down. Thank God, dude. Life's gonna get real busy for you starting tomorrow. Get some rest. Oh, that is exactly what I need, dude. Let's take it easy for today. Because that's it, dude. Short stream, but a lot of freaking story. My brain can't take it. It's melting.